Welcome.
You're now tuned into STWF TV, the Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective. Where we talk hockey.
Feed Byfield around one man in on goal. Scores! What a goal! Quentin Byfield! And that gets Jim Fox out of his seat here at Crypto.com Arena.
Basketball.
To take matters into his own hands, Van Horn. Now you got to get this in from Kerry's kick.
Football.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Oh my God! Wilson's gonna lob one, and somehow, some way, Paul Richardson comes up with the ball. Cuts upfield, hurdles over a couple of people.
Oh my goodness! Did you see that? He hit Steve Brown with what looked like a karate kick.
Baseball and more.
Goes again. Pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second base is high. They're going to say that Rojas got in the way. It doesn't matter. Sosa tagged him out anyway. That was an amazing catch and tag by Sosa.
In the air along the line in right. Long way to go for Jake Bauer. Brown, and he's got it. And he's up and over.
The Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
Welcome in. It's the Parlay Perspective. All of one thing. I'm Dale. We got Coach Lee back with us. What's up, Coach?
What's the damn deal, Dale?
All good here, man. Metal Watt in the house.
I'm in the house. My face will be seen in a second. I'm not jacking you guys tonight. I literally just got here from work, so you know. But I'm here. I made it.
Hey, be well. We appreciate you.
No.
Freaking bum. Yes, indeed,
Hope
man.
everybody's doing well though on this nice Monday. Get to it, everybody.
Yes. Lots happening. We got a lot to talk about, including the NBA playoffs, and I'm pretty sure that's where we're gonna get started.
Hey, Dale.
We
You can start whatever you want to get started tonight. How about that?
No. We starting with the NBA playoffs.
Oh, we're gonna start the NBA playoffs. Okay, all right, cool. I know why you're gonna start the NBA playoffs because it's one of me. But I'm gonna be myself. Hey, Coach, that's something to do about it. NBA playoffs, conference finals, all set and dandy. West Coast, East Coast, not the teams we wanted in the conference finals, but it's the NBA. The parity's shocking. And I hope everybody realizes after what happened last round, in KG's words, anything's possible. Pacers, Knicks start their series off Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Pacers flatline the Cleveland Cavaliers 4-1 in their series. They will be headed to New York to battle the Knicks, who in Game 6 Friday night, we haven't had a show in a while, gave the Celtics the business on the way back to the beam, man. Burning Dunkin' Donuts bags. Shout out to the New York Knicks, man, making their first conference finals since 1999. 2000, that was the lockout year. So shout out to the New York Knicks for getting here. The celebration isn't over yet if they keep winning. We've already seen a sneak peek of what they're able to do after a good win like that. So, out to both teams, man. Question I have in regards to the NBA is the parity, man. This league, you have to catch it when you can. You're closing on a lot of situations and opening new windows. But we'll answer that question as a group in a sec. We got to go Western Conference here. Thunder, Timberwolves, tomorrow night, 8:30. Thunder, Game 7. The young legs prevailed over the older legs in Denver. Shout out to the Nuggets, man. They had basically Jokic as their coach during the playoffs. I've been around. You guys been around a long time. This is probably the weirdest NBA playoffs I've seen in a long time, if not the first time.
Well, why weird? I'm thinking about Golden State getting knocked out and Steph Curry, being injured during the series.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
That's not that weird.
Injuries. One thing, injuries. Injuries plagued some teams. Some players got hurt, and in meaningful situations, this is the playoffs. They're trying to get to a championship. We've seen it early on in the play-in session up until now. Players getting injured affects games in somewhat, but you still got to go out there and play. That. Two, it's matchups. There were certain matchups that happened in this playoffs that kind of swindled where we're here now. Cleveland Cavaliers, the team that had 60-something wins, they're trying to hand cloak them to the conference finals. They bump into Indiana, which I felt like was a good matchup for Indiana, and they give Indiana gives them hell.
It was weird. How was it not weird? First of all, the Knicks are in the fucking Eastern Conference Finals. Weird. Okay? Weird. Nuggets get knocked off by the younger team after firing their coach late in the season for some reason. See our conspiracy theory about them trying to boost the Lakers, and it still doesn't work because y'all trash. It was weird. There's a lot of weird shit going on. Tatum going down for the season, and probably next season. This team went from my team went from we about to run on a dynasty to we might blow this shit up now after one injury. So yeah, there's some weird shit going on. Minnesota's in the Western Conference Finals. Didn't see that. Didn't have that on my bingo card. Yeah.
I mean, injuries ain't new though, man. Like this been happening.
Injuries. Okay, so I'll make this case. Injuries aren't new, but the lower leg injuries are happening at a crazy rate this year. A way higher rate than normal. It's up like 100%.
I'm thinking about Magic Johnson, hamstring in the playoffs. Same thing, Isaiah Thomas.
You're thinking that, and this is why we have to update you on things like this nowadays, because it's not that. And I know you watch football.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
It's actually playoffs. You mentioned the playoffs. It's sad because you don't even see none of your teams at the point of the playoffs. Well, you haven't seen it in the last like 5 years. So, it's a touching feeling for you, I feel, Dale. But this is a different game.
Time that better, man. Every time you hit that button,
the way
my God,
situations happen in the playoffs. The Celtics were a team that was supposed to make the championship this year. They lose to the New York Knicks. Jason Tatum.
The Pacers are in the finals with the Knicks. Is this 1995? What the fuck is going on?
Well, they weren't in the finals. Eastern Conference Finals back then. Huh? That was like another round they would meet in to face Jordan and get whooped. Pretty much, right?
Yeah. Well, Jordan gone. And LeBron gone. So now you're gonna have a bunch of and Curry's gone. So now you have a bunch of parity, and in the last 7 years, there's been 7 different NBA champions.
Parity is good.
Parity's awesome. I love it. I love
Except for
it.
college basketball. I have a
you don't like parity
opinion on that. I don't, but I'm just weird like that. It's fine. I understand that I'm on the minority on that one.
But in all, man, you got it. Jay Griggins-Alexander is going to lock up the MVP. Why do people
already locked up?
Why do they wait until the playoffs to name the MVP when it's a regular season award? After 82, that MVP award should be in whoever's hands within the next week and a half.
But it is though. The voting stops at the end of the season, so they just don't tell everybody, not so that they don't steal the spotlight from the playoffs itself.
Yeah,
man, listen.
The voting's already ended.
This man's about to hold the MVP, and you got a Timberwolf watching you. That man smelled blood. David. Ant smelling blood. Ant Edwards is smelling blood over here. Fellas, who you taking in both series?
Minnesota, Indiana.
I'm right there with you.
Really? We're out on Shy, huh?
Nah.
Okay, just making sure. I got OKC, and I got to go with the Knicks because they knocked us off, and I believe they're really good. Also, fuck Lewis. He's a Pacers fan, so.
Just based on small market, rooting for a small market team, I'll have to go with the Thunder and the Pacers in this segment.
I mean, there's only one large market team in this left. Like, it's the Knicks. Everyone else is teeny tiny.
This right here, to me, it smells Knicks Timberwolves to me because the story, and it makes for a good storyline, you know, figuring that those two teams swapped players. But I'm going to go Thunder and Knicks in this game. The Thunder have been the best team in the Western Conference. They went through their little slide during this last series against the Denver Nuggets. Timberwolves were in the Western Conference Finals last year. So, I mean, they definitely have the up-to advantage, I feel, up until they don't. But I'm going to take the Thunder in this series. I'm going to go Thunder Knicks in the NBA Finals. Starting on June 5th, the day after my birthday. Birthday present to me is some good NBA games, hopefully.
Okay. I like your storyline of the players swapping. Because, like, if the Knicks and Timberwolves meet up in the finals, they're going to just be standing there. Like, we could have just fucking did this if we didn't have to trade the guys. And, like, we could have just played. But, yeah, I like you know what? I can't stay in New York, but they might win it all, y'all.
That'd be tragic.
They just have a really good makeup of a team. Like, they have all the things you need. They got bigs. They got bigs they got a big who can shoot, so he stretches the court in Cat. They have two elite wing defenders, and they have a guy who apparently no one can stop in the fourth quarter in Brunson. I just think they have the perfect makeup and all the things you need. They rebound, they shoot the three, they play with energy, and it's New York. That the Garden is gonna. Do you understand if they go to the finals? First of all, I'm not watching ESPN. I'm done. Because I already was pretty much done, but I'm way out if they get to the finals because we got to deal with Stephen A. Smith not shutting the fuck up and deciding he's a new team this week. Like, I'm done. So, yeah, I just think, and playing into two storyline situation, I think the storylines would tell you that you want the Knicks in the finals and you want the MVP in the finals. So I'm going to go Knicks for Knicks over.
Dale, you sound like
time to reset. Yeah, we can't hear you. He's resetting. Time to reset. We'll see you in a minute. What is he on, a DOS? Like, what is happening? He'll be back. He's going to play like a couple weeks of fucking Oregon Trail. He's in green and black. He's going to play Oregon Trail.
Shout out to Aaron Gordon in that game 7 yesterday for the Nuggets. Hamstring injury, pulled it out. Out there, played. Respect to him. Respect to him the whole season. He was a guy that, if you've seen him play, you know he does what he does. But it was to a bigger light this playoff season. Shout out to Aaron Gordon doing his thing.
Dale died of dysentery playing Oregon Trail. Sorry.
But yeah, Boston, man, hey, next, Will, got this jog your head, man. Where do you see you guys going?
So actually, what we actually are gonna do versus what I want to nuke it. Just everyone goes except for Tatum and D White, in my opinion. I could watch everybody go out that door. I love Jaylen Brown as a human being, but despite us winning one ring, which I could make a case, we had a lot of help with injuries on the other sides to get to that ring. I can make a case for that. Despite us winning a ring, I do not like the combination of Jaylen Brown and Tatum. I don't. I never really have. They're great players. Both of them individually great players and great human beings. I do not think they're the right duo. That's always been my stance. It's not new. That being said, a more realistic take would be you can't tank, right? I mean, you could try, but also making trades and stuff is going to be difficult. We're on the second tax apron, which means you can't combine players to equal a contract, meaning if you move a guy like Jaylen Brown, you have to get in one player the same contract back. You can't. We have a lot less freedom with free agency because of all the contracts we have in the second apron. So it's gonna be difficult, which I'm okay with. You know what I would do? How much left is on Beal's deal? People are gonna fucking crucify me for this, but I would trade Jaylen for Beal. Let that Beal contract. Let Beal be our best player for next season and just tank. We've seen him do it before. The Wizards draft situation is doing a-okay because of how bad he was, and so yeah, tank for the year. Porzingis gone, Drew Holiday gone. They have to go. They're being paid way too much to not do their job. Don't get me wrong, I love Brunson, but like he's a 6 foot, maybe 6'2" guard. Drew Holiday, you a 6'4", 6'5" defensive stopper, one of the best in the league, and he gave you 30 every night and 15 in the fourth every time. You could do nothing with him. You got to go because you're not hitting open threes either. You got to go. Porzingis, I hope he gets healthy. I don't know what it was that was bothering him, but it seemed like some fucking viral infection that the motherfucker just couldn't breathe, couldn't get on the court. He had like respiratory problems. I don't know. Guess what? Do that shit somewhere else. We're here for championships. We can't afford that right now. Love you. You got us. You helped us get one. Kind of. He can go. You bring back Al because you need a leader, and he's going to need a leader next year when this team is fucking garbage because our best player is hurt. And also, we're going to see how good Tatum really is next year when we realize, oh, it's not easy for any of these guys when he's not on the court. So, yeah, realistically, Drew gone, Porzingis gone, and I just realized Dale's tanking is because of the basketball topic. His computer's fine.
Well, man, hey, I just need to get your head in, man. I know it's been a long weekend for you in the city of Boston, man, figuring where the season started and where it ended. Like I said, the injury for me kind of put things in perspective, just being a fan of the team that they hate, the Lakers. But, you know, had to put that Knicks thing up, man, because I guess the Knicks get the yap now. And that's the funniest shit in the world that none of us, we both ain't yapping at the end of the day.
I know.
It's probably going to be the Knicks. That's the crazy part.
Our teams combined put us in a spot because now we got to sit here and watch Knicks fans be happy. This is bullshit. This is not where we live, Took. We the best in the league, our teams. We don't live here. We don't want to deal with that shit.
It's not what
we
want
to deal with it.
And we got Mets fans down here tonight at the Red Sox playing the Mets.
Why do they even travel? It's crazy. Look who it is.
Yes, Dale, we're still talking basketball. Get over it.
Say it with your chest.
Hey,
Coach. Still talking basketball.
Coach?
What's up, man?
He just hitting buttons over here.
Usually, Coach is looking all cozy over there. That's all we saw.
He got the grandpa cloak on. He's full grandpa mode right now. I love this.
Man, it's chilly, bro. It's chilly upstairs.
Chilly in Texas? Upstairs? How? What's happening? Are y'all?
Somebody must have messed with the AC again.
Well, damn, man. That wraps up our playoff NBA talk for the week.
Go Mavs!
Go Mavs! Go Lakers!
Go where? As in, like, leave town? Because that's probably what's coming.
I'm pulling up the slides again here.
Go Mavs!
Go Mavs! Go Mavs!
Plant that flag, y'all better plant that flag.
Coach,
while he's looking up for that, what do you think they're gonna do? You think they're gonna trade flag? I mean, draft flag, or they're gonna trade the pick?
They're gonna draft him.
Okay. Nice little bailout package from Adam Silver.
You gotta draft him because the man AD can't stay on the court. So you gotta draft him.
The men in Black One alien did his job, helped out the Mavs.
Hey, that's the least they could do for us. We did the league is solid.
Yeah, it's probably what happened. Honestly,
what, making a trade to the Lakers?
Yeah, Lakers needed that.
How's that helping the league?
How's it not? It's the most marketable team in the league.
Screw the Lakers, man.
Yeah, that's we share that sentiment.
We're moving to the next subject.
We share that sentiment, but it doesn't change the fact that team is a flagship team.
The Pelicans are so fucked up of a team that Dale should be screaming, going crazy right now because we gave them the ultimate sweepstakes. It looked like a place for AD, and y'all couldn't do shit with it.
Yeah, sure enough.
All right, we're moving on to the next subject.
We are. I bet we are.
Angel Reese versus
We're gonna do this
Caitlin
once a
Clark.
month. We're gonna do this once a month. Okay, let's go. First one.
Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. That is right. They should make a video game about this.
Why?
Like,
One bum versus a great? What are we doing?
This is like Jordan versus Bird.
No, it's not. First of all, it would have been
make
Magic versus Bird. Second of all, she's neither of those in stature in terms of her game.
We should make a video game. Who cares?
She's Draymond Green.
Who cares? Who cares? They're the ones selling the tickets right now. That's all I know. All right.
No.
So
one of them is selling tickets right now.
What? Wait, what?
One of them is selling tickets right now.
Man, you crazy.
Uh-oh.
All right. There will not be any slander on this month show as long as I'm on this.
That's all there will be. Until she
all right.
She don't get rebounds. She gets she-bounds because they're hers.
She bound.
Hey, up there. Go get them.
They're her shots. Her bum-ass shots.
She
Yo,
bound.
you see what they did last game? You see what they did last game? They were like, you know what? You're so bad at most of this game. We're gonna put the ball in your hands. See if you can be a point forward. Just throwing the ball to fans, not even players. Fans.
Bring the gimmicks.
I mean, she is coming off a 17 rebound night. 12 of them were probably her own.
Her shots. 12 of them her shots that she missed.
Like y'all say, she bounds.
She bounds.
Someone put that on a t-shirt.
So this last
not a U-bound. It's not a rebound. It's a rebound.
Between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark happened this weekend. And of course, this rivalry goes back to college.
It's not a rivalry.
It's a rivalry. All right.
No.
LSU beat Iowa, and then they had a rematch the next year, and Iowa won. So there's a rivalry. And
are they still in
you
college?
You all saw what happened between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in college.
Ross?
And
she needs to be Angel Ross. She needs to be anybody.
Now this weekend, during the season opener, there was a foul committed by Caitlin Clark on Angel Reese. Angel Reese got knocked to the ground. Then she got up, and of course, she wanted to fight. Here's the footage here, just to kind of
hope it's the whole video.
Tone here. So yeah, and that was her reaction and stuff like that. So yeah. She
of course, it's not the whole video. Of course, it's not the whole video.
Hey, it's what's relevant.
No.
Because the foul is what's relevant. That's what's relevant. The foul.
Was the foul?
Nothing else. Nothing else is relevant. Nothing else is relevant. It's not relevant. It's not relevant. Thank you. Thank you.
Showing the right direction. This is terrible. Got a flip camera.
Dale has a blind allegiance. What Cat Williams say? You seem to have an allegiance to losers.
Yeah, to losers.
So, but there's also talk that there were
Brandon, the answer is the earth.
Slurs hurled by fans and stuff, and sort of WNBA is supposed to be investigating that, and they released that statement there that we see on the screen.
Can't wait till they investigate the first part.
If somebody said a racial slur, they're gonna get kicked out. You know the deal. Is that the first time it happened?
So I saw somebody say, "Oh, AB CTE is doing him real well right now." This man said he was like, he said, "Give me basketball Mel Gibson over Brick Barbie any day of the week." Called her Brick Barbie.
Yeah.
Hey, look, all I know is that after witnessing this play, I'm officially calling her Caitlin Josh Allen Clark, because she just pushed her, walked away, and had her big man handle the problem just like Josh Allen does.
She fouled. It's a good foul. I don't know what we're talking about here.
She tried to kill her.
Oh, did she?
That's right. That's why she reacted the way she did.
No, she reacted the way she did because somebody got her back for pushing one of Caitlin's teammates before this.
Listen here, man. They pros. She had a reaction after the game. The reaction wasn't the same, but that's the game. I mean, in a sense. Now, if you want to say they hate each other, okay, cool. But at the end of the day, the media is going to stir all this up because it's already been stirred in the pot.
Yeah, it's sell
We got
tickets.
people over here stating it's a rivalry. That's fair too. You can say that, but this is what I'm gonna say about it. This is what I'm gonna say about it.
Player sells tickets.
It's only about no. Will, the evolution of the women's game is coming so fast that this is not gonna be able to happen too much longer. Is what I'm saying.
She's gonna have to be good at some point.
And it's not even about being good because I was on here last year talking about deficiencies with her, and we're seeing the deficiencies. But then I got hit in the head 40 million times. But that's not the point. The point is,
let it go.
Is that they're two different players. Caitlin got holographic Kobe Bryant's on right now in the game. Now the Jordan that Kobe she had on Saturday, I ain't never seen them until she had them on. That should tell you the difference between the two ladies right here. Angel Reese in the first half looked improved. But one thing we see with Angel that's never going to change with her is that something happens, her attitude changes. And it needs to change for the better to be more dominant on the court. Not to, like Will said, you start throwing balls in the stands now you're rattled. What Caitlin did was a basketball play, regardless of what happened before.
Try to kill her.
There's no easy buckets in no league. Every coach will tell you that. You're not giving nobody an easy basket. I'll let them have two at the line.
Yo, he gotta be her uncle or something. This is crazy.
Yo, so
Dale, you related? You ain't tell us?
we had these two Saturday session, but overall, the WNBA popped off this weekend, and want to give a shout out.
He said, "My mother ain't raised no bitch. She ain't raised a good basketball player either."
Did y'all catch any WNBA this weekend?
She's a pro. Say what you want about her game. She's a pro.
So was Mark Madsen. So was Mark Madsen. So was Mark Madsen. So was Mark Madsen and Brian Scalabrine. They're better than us. They're better than us. That's not a question. They're better than us.
To answer your question too, yeah,
he didn't get drafted to be better than us, though.
I watched Paige Becker's first game of the season. That was pretty sweet. So other than that, I did not catch any other games.
Well, I was able to catch some games. I'm actually right now watching our sponsored team, the Dallas Wings, battle against the Seattle Storm. Seattle's up 15 in the second with 1:15 left. Dallas was kind of steaming a little early, then fell off. So it's kind of for them, I feel, and just getting on the right clip. And Paige Beckers as the number one is really going to have to start inserting herself. I can tell from how this team operates. You can see in possessions I've seen tonight that, I mean, obviously she's a rookie. She still doesn't know position. That's cool. You know, she's coming in here from college to the pros, and she's going to have to bulk in some weight. Be real. I know girls don't like that shit, take it personal sometimes, but I've been seeing her get manhandled. Seeing things I ain't seen in the college game because it's the pros now. So that's another thing in her game she's going to have to get to, man, is get stronger.
See, now that is what I remember you saying about Angel Reese.
What I said about Angel Reese is she needs to get the offensive game up. She's going to be a double-double girl. I said that. I said she's going to be a double-double girl. But you have to master now to get 20 and 10, not 12 and 17. We know you're going to get that 12 and 17. But your field goal attempts, your field goal percentage is bad. You can get shots if you want, but it becomes a call where you're shooting under 30%. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I think she's at 35% from the field. It's a nightmare.
You have 12 to 15 walking, Angel.
Mm-hmm.
You should have that.
Yeah.
Everybody has a difference. Everybody needs to.
I haven't watched her game lately. But I know at LSU, her game was not like face up and take the ball off the dribble and go try to score. Like that
It's
was
not
her
any
game.
of that. Her
Her
game
game
is
was
literally
always
grab a
been
board.
grab the board, put it back.
I'm gonna be real with you. She got a little handle. Now I don't know where it's gonna go and stuff. She got a little handle. But my problem is not that with her. My problem is with her is that in this league, the way you already came in, you have to definitely work on your offensive game because Caitlin's going to go out there. She gave you 20, 10, and 10. Even if she gave you 10, 10, and 10, she gave you that.
Better.
Angel Reese needs to get on the cusp of every night should be a 15 to 17 point night. I don't care who it's against. 15 to 17. She's going to have some 20-point games in there. She's going to have a couple 20-point games this season. I know she is. It needs to be consistent with the Aja Wilson, Brianna Stewart. That's where your plateau is. That's where people want you to be at. I want her to be at that plateau.
She was never that player.
That's what you do. You go to the league and get better. What are you talking about, Dale?
Okay, that's fine. You can get better. That's
no.
Your boy Brian Thomas did it.
Game.
Your boy Brian Thomas got better when he got to the league.
But yeah,
that was such a cheap ass bid, but I like it.
Can't she do it?
Jake said he watched some Dallas Wings basketball. He watched his favorite chick, Paige Beckers. But I watched a few games this weekend, and first off, the Fever, all new team, but defensively is where they're gonna crack $1 team this season. They have a lot of interchangeable faces, some new faces. And they got a solid rotation, it seems like, in the first game. There's only one. But they was able to run Angel Reese and them off the court. Less than 60 points they scored. I think they scored only 58. It was 93-58. So I seen that. That was impressive. The Minnesota Lynx, that tandem of Collier and Williams is something that needs to be dealt with. Williams official. And Collier, 56 points combined in the first two games. Maya Moore had a few points more than her in the 2-game stint. And that year she won MVP, and I think she won the title. So that's great things for her coming in. The Mystics are a team that had 2 picks. The Mystics are a team, I think, that can be consistent, hopefully. They got a lot of new pieces coming in. But I like that team. That team can make some playoff prayers in the Eastern Conference, man, if they continue to grow and play the way they're playing. Caitlin's nose is done. What's going on, Adam? How you doing?
Yeah, WNBA is in a rare spot right now. They need to capture this moment, not to quote Eminem, but they need to.
My fantasy team, though, hit. Alina Cooper also 46 weeks with an injury for the Phoenix Mercury.
Surprised Angel didn't want to talk about that whole "they're here for me too" thing. She didn't want to talk about it when they brought it back up.
What are you talking about, Angel?
Oh,
Angel, because they didn't want to bring it. She didn't want to talk about it when they brought it back up.
You control the narrative. We got to talk about mess for. We talk about
Here's
NBA.
Here's my issue with that. Though. You got if you're gonna stand on it, stand on it. You know why? You know what the problem was when she first said it? When she first said it, it was about her. What she should have said, and people would have respected it, is it's not just Caitlin Clark. There's Asia Wilson. There's Brianna Stewart. There's Sabrina Ionescu. She didn't boost the rest of the league.
No.
She just talked about herself.
Made it personal.
She talked about herself.
Right. My favorite WNBA team. My favorite WNBA team is the Mercury. I'm a Mercury fan. Few teams I like.
We going Dallas, man. We sponsored Dallas Wings. Let's go.
No, my official sponsor, Dallas Wings, man. But growing up, the Mercury was my team, man. Shout out to Diana Taurasi, man, and Brittany Griner.
For real.
But the player of the weekend in the WNBA, to me, Collier definitely is within the tops. But Kelsey's Plum debut with the spot 37.
37 on their head.
Looking like Washington Husky Kelsey Plum when she had the rock onto herself. Definitely. They lost last night to the Minnesota Lynx, but what a definitely first game for her. that she was able to display that offensive talent that we know that
like
she's
both
had. Mystic fans. Mystics got a lot of great things to smile at with your basketball team, and they're only going to grow. Getting Morrow and Sanaya Rivers is good. Sure.
All right, it's enough basketball. Dale's going to melt.
But yeah, man, that's basketball thus far, man. WNBA basketball, man.
Glad everybody's enjoying the WNBA, man. That's pretty good. Good stuff for the WNBA.
Dallas Wings getting that booty smacked at the half, 41-56, man. So far for our Dallas Wings. Paige Beckers does have 11 points and 2 rebounds, 4 assists. High lady on the team. And that looks like all, man. Skylar Diggins out here hooping. looking good and sweet, man. Organization-wise, Dale, you got this up. So we still on basketball.
Yeah. So the last story for basketball here is the latest lawsuit by former Phoenix Suns director of security Gene Traylor, accusing looked like the owner of having an affair with Sophie Cunningham, a former Phoenix Mercury player from 2019 to 2024, who was traded to the Indiana Fever in January. And the suit also claims racial discrimination and security negligence, alleges their affair influenced Cunningham's 2-year contract extension with the Mercury. And so this is like part of the bad look for the Mercury. And it marks the 4th lawsuit against the organization in 7 months. So that we have lawsuits of workplace mismanagement, racial discrimination, retaliatory firings, sexual harassment. So they're painting a picture of systematic dysfunction since the acquisition of the team for $4 billion back in 2022.
Phoenix, where have you been?
Fire everyone.
Yeah, we've been saying this for years. Fire everyone. We heard your mess a couple of years ago, what was going on within the organization, the racism and all that stuff.
Right.
We got this now. Seems like the CEO, owner, whoever being sued, he loving the woman more than getting his team straight. Sun sucked. Mercury got a big loss. Though they had a good first game. Now my homegirl Cooper out. This is a terrible situation right here.
What's going on, man?
Our wings need to get it together. The wings need to get together.
He's at the game. He's clearly at the game.
I know.
I didn't know he was at the game. What's he doing?
He's a wild boy. He's a wild boy. Wild boy.
Look at the crowd
there. Yeah.
That's funny. Taking in from the game. All right, I got you. So yep. But that's WNBA, man, and basketball for this week. So but listen, speaking of these allegations and different things going on with the Suns, the Mercury, and everything like that, look, you guys brought to my attention some other foolishness that's been going on in Phoenix that happened a while back with Steve Nash.
Oh shit!
Yeah, about banging his wife.
Yeah.
See, I didn't hear about the whole thing about his teammates messing with Steve Nash's wife during his MVP season.
You want to hear the
literally, they had the comedic shit happen in the fucking room when the baby was born. It's black. We are both white. That is a black baby.
So that's cold, man.
You got the fuck out of Dodge.
My man Steve Nash
Steve
left.
Nash was married, had the baby. The baby came out black. The next day he filed for divorce.
Yeah, he did. Turns out Leandro Barbosa was fucking his wife, not his baby. Jason Richardson's
Hold on,
baby.
wait. This isn't a bullshit story. Like, this is legit.
No, this is real
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
This
I
is
did not know
real.
about that. Poor Steve Nash.
Of
Yes.
course, Steve Nash, he's a cuck. Keep your wife. Passes, he had passed her off too, apparently.
All right, also have an interview coming soon with Zoe Green. So you can find that interview on the channel as well. Be sure to check it out.
Covering the WNBA, we'll find a lot of exclusive content on our Dallas Wings, interviews, post games, highlights that you don't see with any
Right.
channel. SCWF TV, man. So shout out to the
There we
brand.
go. Live in person. Yes, indeed. All right. So that's another one that we heard of. So I thought of some other ones dealing with the Saints. Okay. So back in the day, Willie Roaf, Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer, offensive tackle. The word came down that Joe Horn was messing with his wife. And that's what ended up that's why Willie Roaf ended up getting traded to Kansas City, because Joe Horn was banging his wife.
All these hoes out here, you fucking teammates' wives, man. Figure it out.
And then the other story with the Saints is Junior Gillette. All right. This was a
grown man named Junior. You get what you get.
Okay. This was an undrafted rookie free agent. We signed. He was a good edge rusher kind of guy, right? And we developed him and all this kind of stuff. And then his deal was up. They signed him to a new deal. And I swear to you, like the next week, he's being seen on video on the beach, swinging a belt around his head because some people were trying to jump him on the beach. It's wild stuff, okay? The Saints ended up cutting him, owing him massive amounts of money because he just signed the contract. Oh, man. So, but this dude, after he got cut from the Saints, he would troll Saints fans on Twitter all the time. And so the story is that he he posted on Twitter about another guy, offensive lineman. He said since Streif walked in on this guy Raw Dog and his wife, he ain't been playing the same. And he was like, what? Somebody Raw Dog Streif's wife and all this kind of stuff, and saw all the rumors and stuff flying around. But it's just wild. He posted that on Twitter like that. So yeah.
That's why you need good locker room leadership.
Listen, this is why I call it. I said anybody. I shouted out a few years ago, man. I keep it as this is, man. Everybody got a Derek Fisher around them, dog.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a Derek Fisher around, and if you know, you know. You know, somebody got.
Yeah, Derek had to be the smoothest nigga in the world because he's not like he's a bum for the most part. Like, how is he fucking bitches? Like,
that's my whole point. No bullshit. Be my whole point. People that be over here sneaking with be busters. You know what I'm saying? So.
Wait, now, why was Derek Fisher a bum? I don't want to say.
No, Derek Fisher's Derek Fisher's one of my favorite point guards of all time. See,
he's not a great player though.
The thing though, why I say Derek Fisher in the stance is messing with your teammate, messing with your teammate's wife. He was messing with Matt Barnes' girl.
Yeah.
He's you heard the story about Matt Barnes having to drive 36 miles to 40 miles to go check that boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They squashed that though. They squashed it.
You know, they squashed it like grown men should. You know what I'm saying? Obviously,
I'm pretty sure the lady ain't even with both of them anymore. I'm pretty sure of that.
Of course.
No, Matt Barnes.
Yeah, she steps out regularly. She's not gonna have no.
Matt Barnes been through all types of relationships, cheating and all that. Derek Fisher and his baby mom still together. Derek Fisher coaches his kids, and Matt Barnes
Find you a Derek Fisher wife, because that's crazy. Like, that's crazy.
And you gotta know, it's a Govan. She's a Govan sister. The one that the sister had the baby with Gilbert Arenas. That's their son. That's hooping.
Y'all know we had our share, although it was our coach doing it, Ime, upstairs.
Yeah,
fucking
Ime.
Everybody's wife upstairs. God
Look
damn,
at that. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I said that the Celtics, the organization, and how they changed ownership and all that shit. Ownership was probably he that had to fire Ime for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Dallas doesn't get out of this either because they had Nico Doncic.
Nico Doncic. Yeah, we don't know what happened with that. I don't know why his wife walking around the house calling him Nico Doncic, but like that would have been a hard stop for me. Yeah, you gotta go. If he traded him for that.
All right. Anybody else got any other stories or rumors?
You know what Reese should have did? Reese's wife should have locked that door. I'll tell you that.
All right.
Go with it.
Let's talk about some hockey.
Ooh,
now go to Jets.
The playoffs.
Playoffs.
Yeah. And hit the drop, too. I'm about to hit the drop.
Hit the drop, baby.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Hey,
first time you played that shit, every time you played it, Took was talking to him right then.
Took Subban over here, man, with the NHL moves. One person is not smiling, but he's smiling and hot here at STWS Studios, and one person isn't smiling because apparently his team, it doesn't matter if you're first place. You're never going to win the NHL that way, man. From recent history.
Reggie Miller meme.
Dallas Stars defeat the Winnipeg Jets. What was it? 4-2? 4-2. And I caught the game that Winnipeg won. Caught 5. Caught a little bit of 6. But I kind of felt like Dallas was going to respond after that Game 5 win from the Jets, man. Shout out to the Jets on a wonderful season. Record-wise, points-wise, you did that. But Dallas was the much more better team in this series. So they'll battle the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid's still on. The market's listening to me and Will, man. Market your guys the right way. And they'll get there, hopefully. And Edmonton is one step closer to, what's this, another final? Mm-hmm. So they got to crack it at some point, right? Coach is like, hell no. I'm a Dallas Star fan. It's time for us to get a rock and get back to that 99 flow when we was there. Remember those days when Dallas was in those championships competing early. They probably been to the finals a couple more times after that, but, I remember those early 90s, early 2000 teams, man. Great teams over there. On the Eastern Conference side, what the hell is going on? The Maple Leafs are the Dallas Cowboys for real, for real. 2-0 lead against the Panthers. Panthers roll around to win 3 straight before the Maple Leafs forced the Game 7 in their arena. And as my man Sean told me before the game, there'll be jerseys thrown on the Maple Leafs ice, hats, not for hat tricks. And that's exactly what happened last night as the Maple Leafs lose 6-1 to the Florida Panthers.
Terrible.
Fully becoming their full Cowboy self.
Yes.
Why do we have 3 teams in the conference finals that don't have ice? Motherfuckers ain't seen ice in decades. Talk about some hockey. This is crazy.
They match up with the Carolina Hurricanes, who made business of the Washington Capitals. But another thing, a former Bruin, Brad Marchand last night. He had 3 goals last night.
I'm pissed. Full disclosure, didn't know we traded him. Pissed.
Traded him late.
I learned last night that we traded him when he went out losing.
So the Stanley Cup Conference Finals are set here. I'm gonna take. Sorry, Coach. I'm gonna take Edmonton because we want this whole market thing. We want the NHL to be great, and if Dallas beats Edmonton, the NHL is probably not gonna be great. Maybe for the other states, maybe for Dallas, but we need McDavid in there again. And then the Eastern Conference final, honestly, man, listen here.
Whoa, we get Isaac.
I'm gonna say Carolina.
Bucky's? You get it at Bucky's?
Carolina.
Get it on the ground.
Carolina will win, man. Carolina heads over heels in the Eastern Conference. So Carolina, Everton, Stanley Cup final for me.
All right. That's a prediction.
Yeah, same.
So
actually.
I was dealing with kids, dog, and everything else. Good season for my Jets. It was upsetting to say the least. I was really hoping for that Game 7, get back to Winnipeg. We'd have a decent chance. But I want to first off say, super respectful organization and fans by the Stars. It's playoff hockey. Fights are going to happen, but one of our star players, Mark Scheifele, learned the night before the game that his dad had passed away. He found out in the morning, actually. His dad passed Friday night into Saturday morning, and he was, questionable to play for obvious reasons. And he came out and said that my dad would want me to play, and he came out. He played his heart out. He got a goal. His penalty that sent him to the penalty box saved us and gave us a chance to go into overtime, but you're in Dallas, penalty kills tough. They got the final goal seconds before Scheifele would have been able to come out, maybe help and do something. But
so they did score on the power play. Yeah, fuck, that's right.
Yeah, they did. And it's, again, no big deal, nothing to hang their hats on. Everybody in the Dallas Stars line, including every single coach, shook Mark's hand, wished him well. The head coach or the owner, I believe, the owner of the Stars sent Mark on his private jet back to Kushner so that he could go and be with his family. So everything about the Stars organization has gained nothing but my respect. I think they're a great organization along with everybody on that team. And best of luck to them. But with that being said, we need the Oilers to win. We need it. We need a hockey team. We need the Stanley Cup trophy back. We need the Stanley Cup trophy back in it.
You're not actually Canadian.
Back in Canada. It's the sport that started it all. It's one of my favorite sports, if not my favorite sport right now. But I'm sad the hockey's over because no more Jets hockey. But again, Coach, congratulations. I hope your team does well. And I got Edmonton versus Florida. Florida's going to go for the 2-peat.
Y'all know America's the only reason hockey made it. They decided to put the glass up. Canada was getting people killed with pucks. America was like, hey, you should put some glass up. This shit's kind of dangerous. And hockey made it.
No, P. Dollar. There was still at least like 20 to 25 seconds left on Dallas's power play. Mark Scheifele spent the whole overtime in the sin bin. Wasn't able to get back out of it.
That's tough. That's tough.
Hockey talk, man. You know what I'm saying?
Coach, you got anything to share about the Stars?
Yeah. Let's go, Stars. All the way, baby.
I told you.
All right.
Go Stars, baby.
I feel you.
We'll play the underdog role.
That's cool. All right. We go from hockey to baseball. And finally,
Done.
we can come close to the end of this debate. No. Pete Rose has been removed from the ban list and is now eligible for the Hall of Fame. So once he gets to the Hall of Fame, we can stop hearing about it, and we'll never have to hear about it again.
Rob Manfred's a fucking coward. Should have done it while he was alive.
Listen,
if I was Pete Rose's family, I'd tell him and the MLB to fucking shove it up their ass.
Yep, that part. I won't be watching baseball unless I'm at a game.
I'm not watching baseball the rest of the year. I can't completely give up baseball, but I'm not watching baseball the rest of the year. This season can get fucked.
No conviction.
Hey, yo.
Done with baseball.
Hey, yo, hold on. First, nah. See, this is why I put this in here tonight. I felt a little bit of animosity the other day when this news came upon, and you guys had your opinions on it. He deserved to be in the Hall of Fame when his ban was over. The MLB has a rule that you are unbanned once you are not here no more. That's their rule. We just got to hold that. We left the fucking
rules are meant to be broken.
Our favorite athletes of our generation has to pass away to make a Hall of Fame. And I understand you guys for being mad about it. But what does that got to do with this season, man? In July, we're all going to watch baseball, guys, and we're going to talk about it every week.
Speak for yourself, first of all.
And I'll
Speak
be
for yourself,
popping
first of
out
all. I
when
will
it
not be
comes up.
watching. And also, rules? You mean like no steroids? Because they let the steroid era carry their whole league. They had no problem breaking rules then.
I mean,
They should have broken
the man was betting against he's betting against the ops in his team.
Diabolical. Then don't ever put him in. That's
every
it.
time. He was betting for the
The
Reds every
rule
time.
is, I guess,
he
the
bet against
MLB
you.
has a rule in their handbook that he can be in the Hall of Fame once he's dead. And chances are he's still got to go through a committee to see if he's in the Hall of Fame or not. So there's a chance that you guys will get your wish and he won't be a Hall of Famer because he was banned.
Yeah, you're missing the point, though. You're missing the point, though. It's pissed. It's lame to do this after he dies. I know you're saying once the ban ends. Just don't put him in at all. That's simple. If you think he broke a rule so bad that his ban could never end until he died, then don't ever put him in. There's no reason to put him in. If you think what he did was that bad. Him dying doesn't change what he did. He still did it. And if you think it was that bad, then you don't put him in, period. But you don't wait when the man begged to be back in the game. Every opportunity he was given to give back to the game, he did that. He coached. He was everywhere. At every moment, he tried to get back into this game, and you didn't let him in. That's fine if that's your rule. Stick to your guns then. Don't be a bitch after he dies. And you're like, oh, well, now let's honor him. Let's honor the man for what he did in the game. Well, guess what? You're going to honor him for what he did in baseball, but he did that still when he was alive. But you decided that your rule was so steadfast that you weren't going to put him in. So that's it. Don't put him in. It's over.
No, this is where I feel like the MLB, this is where I do agree with you at, and the way the MLB conducts itself, and this is why they are at the bottom of the bottom of sports. It's because shit that is us should attract them in a sense where all these steroid guys, for instance, should be in the hall if they had good stats and shit. Pete Rose should be in the hall because of what he did on the baseball field. It's not about off the baseball field. People take that into consideration. It sucks at times, but I get it. So I get what you're saying in that regard. You know what I'm saying? Like, why put him in now?
I played baseball when I was younger.
I think you're going to put him in.
I played baseball when I was younger. I got a bunch of baseball fans. I worked at Fenway with thousands upon thousands of baseball fans. I've had this conversation hundreds of times. I can count on one hand the people who are purists who didn't want him in. Everyone else who watches and supports and loves the game wanted Pete in there, but alive.
No, understand. No,
until he's dead.
This is where it sucks in a sense. This is where it really sucks because now you hear he's done that. But I feel like over the last 2 or 3 years, I feel like it was kind of like a good grace coming in the sense of him. Like maybe he's the first one that gets in the hall and starts to beckon on other people who somehow cheat the game, rather it was gambling or PEDs. And he died in his decision. So like you said, you should have did it while he was alive. But I feel like, and nobody can predict nobody's life, but I feel like the MLB was on the verge of that. No bullshit.
They waited too long. And second of all, and here's the other thing. I don't think they realized the can of worms they just opened. Because now the steroids guys are going to want in. And why wouldn't they? And they're going to get out in front of it like, oh, you're going to wait till I'm dead? And they can literally turn fans against the league. This is a bad move in all ways. Like, there was nothing good about this other than the fact that I guess his family, good for them, they're going to get to be honored. But like you said, like Jake said, if I'm the family, take that. Take that with you. Take that with you. All set. If I'm his kids, none of us show up. As brothers and sisters, I'm calling everybody like we're not going to the ceremony.
They are all going. I mean, regardless
of course they're probably gonna go, but
no.
I wouldn't go.
I understand all you guys. It's pop, but this is one thing we're gonna forget from life, and it happens usually when somebody passes away.
That's not how forgiveness
works. You want to do certain things, like
at all how forgiveness works.
His family members shouldn't go to the Hall of Fame ceremony. He's ever introduced to the Hall of Fame and all that. But in his family's mind, is going to be one thing on their mind, and it's going to be Pete. What would have Pete done? what would have Pete?
Pete wanted to go alive. That's what Pete wanted.
What if he did? Pete would have been like, "Yo, cherish my name." You know what I'm saying? If he was able to talk to him, cherish my name here. You know, it's a long road. It happened. Straight up.
I bet, and again, I'm not going to speak for anybody that I don't know, but I bet they had the conversation with the family. And I bet he probably told them, for y'all should go. For y'all. Not for me. Because if it's for me, don't go, because I should be going when I'm alive. But if they do it after I'm dead, go for y'all, man.
I feel like I just feel like, honestly, it sucks that his life ended up short. But I feel like, honestly, he would have that ban, in my mind, conspiracy moment, the way shit was happening. I feel like it was on the verge for them to be on ESPN one day and it come out. Pete Rose can get in the Hall of Fame while he's still alive. Unfortunately, he died, so it's all fucked up situation because it happened when he died. But I felt like
they had 25, 30 years. They had 30, 40 years to.
No. But I understand what you're saying. But we got to realize as a whole that baseball's been like this forever. Baseball's been stuck on the same level forever.
But that's the problem, and we don't have to support it.
Even when you try to open up, you fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because you should have been opened up. Like, I agree with everything you're saying, but in terms of this situation here, this can be an end result, possibly of other people getting in. And I feel like at some point we're gonna joyce for this because our fair player probably could be here now. Hopefully, this is what it does. Who knows?
The White Sox still wear black socks because of their scandal. That's how crazy they hold on to shit. So hold on to it. Don't change now.
$8 a ticket shit. I'm gonna go watch them wear black socks.
Nobody goes to them games.
We talked about MLB. Let's talk about a little bit of college baseball.
Yes.
Namely the SEC, because that's all I care about. Don't care what y'all care about. Coach did bring up the Texas Longhorns being the regular season 2025 champions. Shout out to Texas Longhorns.
Welcome, baby.
New field. Thank you.
Listen here. Hold on.
They shake their money trees.
Shake the damn trees.
Hold on. Did LSU lose? Or was that the girls?
What? Huh?
The LSU girls or boys baseball team or softball team lost. Like yesterday or the day before.
Listen, they may have lost softball. Possible. We're not talking about softball.
Yeah, I'm just asking. I heard
we're talking about baseball.
I heard a couple SEC
baseball.
You know what I'm saying?
The SEC tournament is starting up pretty soon, and we're going to look at the seeding for the tournament. That's what we were about to do here, too. Okay?
I'm excited. I like to talk about different sports, Dale. I'm not you. I enjoy talking about different sports.
I know.
I'm not you.
I know.
You the fly with the barrel ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for the cause.
So, yep. So,
ping pong. Put her on the show.
It's my job, Dale. It's our job. To make it fun.
So the SEC tournament, they have people who have a single bye. They have people who have teams who have a double bye, and the teams with the double bye is Texas and Vanderbilt, Arkansas, and LSU. And
double buys for what?
Double bye, yes.
They got 14. It's
so this is the first year where all 16 teams are in the SEC tournament. It's typically 14 teams in the tournament, but with the addition,
they're on the Tuke model. Everybody plays.
Everybody plays. Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the SEC tournament, yeah, exactly.
You get a bracket. You get a bracket.
You have to have this imaginary itinerary of how much money you're gonna make a year, and you got to get close to it. So putting them in a conference tournament can excel their dreams to possibly get in 75% more than that. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's extremely hard to win the SEC tournament when you don't have that double bye, because you're stressing your pitching. There's a lot of pitching you have to go through to get through this thing, man. Because as you can see here, the winners bracket and everything like that. Actually, this is all single elimination. I forgot. Yeah. So yeah, we going all the way through this sucker. I forgot about that. That's the other thing that's different this year, single elimination. So that should be really interesting though. So yeah, SEC tournament starting up though, man. That's gonna be good watching. And
All that for Vanderbilt to win the SEC. Hey, that's nice.
Okay, that's what you putting your bet on.
Yep, pin my bet on Vanderbilt. Pin my bet on Vanderbilt.
Will, how you feeling about your chances with Florida?
I'll bet on them.
Okay. And Jake, if y'all were in the SEC with Ohio State, how would they do?
Suck, because they're only good at football and hockey. Other than that,
right.
Everything else, Ohio State sucks.
All right. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I wanted to include
you. Hey, a team.
I appreciate it, but I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest.
A team in New England has a better pitching staff than all these SEC teams put together.
What team in New England?
Northeastern.
Oh, yeah?
You'll see them. Mm-hmm. One of your SEC schools will see them.
Okay.
Because they'll be in the tournament.
See us in Omaha, baby. See us in Omaha.
No, y'all won't be in Omaha.
Oh, we going to Omaha.
Sure. Let's go.
Y'all ain't going to Omaha, too.
I don't know. Hey, Northeastern to Omaha, baby. Let's go.
I agree.
And then pitching goes crazy out there, dog. And then listen here. Shit, I don't think they will, but it'd be crazy if they do.
I don't think they will, but
it's a good story for us.
But if Pete Rose can get in the hall, then who knows what can happen next?
Oh my God.
There he goes, baby.
Uh-oh.
All right. So now we're finished with baseball. Let's get to football. And the first thing we got to talk about with football is some foolishness. Check this out.
Back up, Pump! Pump, back up! Who's that? Oh, sorry. Who the fuck is that nigga, bro? Who's who? Get down. Go. No, shots is crazy.
So this incident involving Antonio Brown, it took place on May 16th outside a boxing event in Miami hosted by Aiden Ross. So the videos show, and people talked about it, and they said there was a group of people trying to rob Antonio Brown of his jewelry, specifically his chain, which escalated into this brawl. And during this chaos, you had heard the gunshots. Now, nobody knows who shot the gun to disperse the crowd, and that's what the Miami PD is investigating. And there were no injuries, no arrests were made, but the investigation is still ongoing here. So, thoughts here about this Antonio Brown incident?
Antonio Brown is running the CTE Olympics at this point. Like, I don't know what his goals are anymore. He is just out here doing dumb shit. Like, he got to figure it out. You should not be in these type of situations, but you're going to be, because you run this mouth a lot. You're a flashy guy. I'm not telling him don't be any of that. Be yourself. Yeah. But also, this comes with the territory. You're going to be flaunting. Somebody going to want it. That's how it goes. Yeah. Hire some armed guards to go places with. Stop letting your CTE flare up.
Yeah. Yeah. Typically, like, you never really see a celebrity, throwing
fire a gun. Yeah.
Well, allegedly it was him firing a gun. Who knows who it was? I just know he went that way, and then boom, gunshots came from that way. That's all I know.
Listen,
Alec Baldwin ass.
Antonio Brown went to the school of Kanye West. You don't remember a couple years back, he was sitting laying back with Kanye for days on consecutive days, started dressing like Kanye, yes. And doing all that stuff. He has learned from Kanye to when the ocean is dry, You put some water on that shit. Mm-hmm. And that's what Antonio Brown's fucking doing right now with his name and his stature right now, what Will said. You know, you got to be easy. Like, you just do type of shit, and you just the CTE fucking leader right now. And that's what he's taking his head on, being the CTE leader. You know, from tweeting about Caitlin Clark's Apple fucking throat, the fucking saying shit like Mel Gibson, to all this shit. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to stay relevant as much as he can.
He's the face of CTE right now.
So I think he's gonna have some problems with the investigation if anybody just hints that it was him that fired the gun.
Listen here.
Maybe.
He's a certified crash out. if they don't get him for that, he'll give him a reason.
Black enforced energy.
Because the situation had pretty much been handled. His party was separated. All he had to do was walk the other way. He walked the other way, and it's done.
Now, I don't know that it was handled. It seemed like people were still making chase. I don't know if it was handled.
Okay.
It seemed like everybody was like, we. Then they all run in that direction, and then suddenly they all stopped running in that direction for very obvious reasons.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what the police investigators find. And
did he do a desk pop? You got to do your first desk pop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good movie. Such a good
movie. To continue on with football, we've got extensions.
Coach, man.
Let's start off with Brock Purdy.
Donation.
We were surprised when we heard Brock Purdy extension, but he was the first one to come out with like Friday or something like that, right? 5-year, $265 million. Thoughts about this? What you think about this deal?
No trade clause, too.
No trade clause. There you go. I like it.
Making that Montana money. Also, there's a crazy history of. I got you, Coach. There's a crazy line of shit that they've done though with these quarterbacks in San Fran. Like they'll draft one, they'll play well, they'll pay him, and then they'll draft another one right after they just paid this guy and move on from him. And they've done this like a bunch of times. Montana Young, I don't know if they paid Montana when they drafted Steve Young, but I think they might have, because then he sat there for 3 years behind him. So they paid Montana, drafted Young, moved on from Montana. Then it happened with Garcia. Then it happened with who was next? I forget who was next, but it eventually turned into
Gerbach.
I don't think Gerbach was part of it. He just was a bum that bridged the gap. But he was definitely on that team. Yeah, so they keep doing this. They did it with Alex Smith and then Kaepernick, and Alex Smith replaced somebody. It's just they're dysfunctional.
Jimmy G to Brock Purdy.
Jimmy G, was he part of it? He might have been part of the situation.
Yeah, he was.
They signed him, and then they drafted guys.
Then they drafted Purdy.
Trey Lance. Mm-hmm. Just a whole bunch of nonsense, man. Yep. So this is probably a bad idea.
This is surprising as hell to me, man. I thought for sure they would probably franchise him if anything. I thought that they, after this year, would try to just fucking part ways or try to start something new. But then Will threw that theory out. And I was kind of thinking before you said something, I was thinking tradable contract, maybe, the way the market's working out. Yeah, but this is a little in the middle of this. This is
go where he's going.
A little bit in the middle is them possibly drafting a QB in the future and then letting this guy go. But shout out to Brock on making his money.
Is he worth it?
He's worth more than his value. He's worth more than his value, which was he was a 6th-round pick?
Yeah,
he was a 7th round pick.
Not 7. Mr. Irrelevant.
So he's worth way more than his value. I don't know if he's worth 265, but he's definitely worth 165 times what he was. And that was a non-guaranteed contract or not even a chance to make the NFL. So
but that's not the question, though. The question is he worth this contract?
Yeah, he's worth this contract.
Is anybody
Nobody is. But
San Francisco said yes.
San Francisco said yes.
There you go.
You ran through the mud with us. You got hit.
I want to know if you agree with that.
I don't agree.
Okay.
I don't agree with 265.
All right.
But
I think they don't have a better option. I think they don't have a better option, so the answer is yes.
Okay. Coach.
Respect that.
If it was me, I probably would have went the franchise route. Their pattern is, you guys mentioned they have an occasional quarterback that they'll pay them. They'll pay them it allows them to bridge the gap to build the team with draft picks around them. The younger defenses, the skill positions. Then about time it's time for the quarterback to really, really get the big money on the back end of their contract, then move on from them, and they got this young guy just plug and play to put him in there, and they just start to cycle all over again.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Jake?
It's done well for them. Winning franchise.
I mean, I don't feel like they had a better option, so you might as well pay the guy.
Okay.
I still think the best thing they did, though, within the last couple of days was extend Fred Warner.
Okay. Well, we're going to get to that. I
ask you that, Jake.
I don't give a shit. I do what I want.
I'm proud. I do what I want.
I don't like it for the fact of San Francisco, the way I view San Francisco, and
it's the better team in gold. I know.
Epic burn.
That shit hurt him.
The way I view San Francisco and their offense is like he could put in just about anybody at quarterback and make his offense work.
So what happened with Trey Lance?
Offense. Well, what?
What happened with Trey Lance and Jimmy G then?
But Jimmy G wasn't fine. It wasn't bad.
Wasn't good either.
He was hurt. That was
Got
the
to the
problem.
bowl.
He still hurt.
Couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, he was still hurt.
You addressed one name. I gave you two. What happened with Trey Lance?
Well, I would say.
Hey, look, I didn't like Lance. I ain't sticking up for him.
The season when he got hurt, did he get his job back?
He sucked.
You talk about
Trey Lance.
Jimmy G?
No, Trey Lance.
No, Trey Lance never got a job back. No.
So
also in the playoffs,
I would say
Purdy got hurt, what happened?
caliber quarterbacks now, not UFL quarterbacks like Trey Lance.
Okay. Was his backup was Purdy's backup an NFL quarterback when he got hurt in the playoffs that year? Because they didn't do much.
Backup?
Couldn't tell you. But you said plug anyone in.
Yes. So yes. But the secret sauce, I believe, is being able to surround your caretaker with talent like Deebo Samuel, like Christian McCaffrey, guys that's going to take things to the house. And I thought that's what they had. But now when you're spending money at the quarterback position, you don't have the luxury of paying everybody else too now because there's only one pie. You got to divide that pie up. And the quarterback's taking a big chunk of this pie now.
But you realize they already paid most of those guys. Ayuk got paid. Kittle got paid. McCaffrey's there. He has weapons. They're paid.
Yeah.
They got the young Juwan Jennings person on the scene. I don't know if he got a deal this year, but I think he might have.
He got a deal
extension
for this year. It's new this year, yeah.
Okay. So they did the job. They got Ricky Pearsall, the young boy. He got weapons. Yeah. They got to just work on the defense now. Keeping that what we know them as. And I think they made some move. Who they put over the other side of Bosa? Rookie?
Oh, that's a good question. Somebody pull up the depth chart.
I think they put someone on the other side of Bosa. They extended Fred Warner. Their corners are solid. For all intents and purposes, this should be a good team next year.
Oh yeah, they got the kid from Georgia.
Yeah.
Michael Williams.
Yeah, Michael, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they did the work. They did the work. So they did him last, which means they spoke to what you're talking about. They built a roster around him, and then they paid him.
Mm-hmm. And the 49ers also extended Fred Warner a 3-year contract extension worth $63 million. He's 28. Played 17 games, 17 starts last year, 2 interceptions, 7 pass deflections, 4 forced fumble, 1 sack, and 131 tackles overall.
Worth every penny.
Yeah,
you gotta pay the best linebacker in the league, and that's what they did.
Okay.
He just wants to say it every time. We already know. It's nice.
Yeah.
I hope
every time there's a Fred Warner topic, I got to make sure everyone knows that he's the best linebacker in the league.
It's like Tom Brady, the best quarterback. Like everyone knows.
I hope the
49ers burn the hell with both of these.
Like Chris Tucker, I don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
I hope the 49ers burn the hell with both of these signings.
That's aggressive, but okay.
I don't give 2 hells about how good they are this year. If you're anybody rooting for a team in the NFC, you are rooting for this team to not be good for a very long time.
Why?
Because beforehand, they were making Super Bowls and conference championships, and this was the team to beat in the NFC. The
hiccup just trying to get anything off the Cowboys' back. We still don't like the Cowboys.
The Cowboys in general. It's just an all general thing. You know what I'm saying? We spoke about this team and maybe how they'll digress. And now all of a sudden tonight they signed Purdy, they signed Warner, and now we're held so high the horses. I'm not on that horse. I'm still riding what we've been riding on. The 49ers are going to ride into the sunset, and it's not going to be good. So I'm just going to continue to say that. That's all.
Okay.
Finishes a better record than with the Cowboys.
No, there was multiple.
I'm asking better record.
What happened? Are they
better record next year? I'm asking.
We're asking?
I'm asking. What are you doing here? Is this Abbott and Costello? Who's going to have a better record next year?
No. But what I'm saying is, why does Dallas, we're over here asking about Dallas. Why does Dallas fit into this intel?
NFC.
Because I'm talking about it?
NFC. And there's 2 other Cowboys members here.
I'm talking to Saints fans. You a Lions fan on the logo? Hey, I'm just saying what it says. We got more than this Barry and Colt as NFC fans. You do pop off for the Lions. So
can you answer the damn question?
I ain't never seen him play like that. That's crazy.
Here, hold up. I'll answer the question for him. Yes, this is one of them years where the Cowboys are going to finish under 500. I think the 49ers will have a better record than them, but still not be over 500. That's my answer.
That was worth every penny, I got to say. So glad I asked that question.
That's so good.
Better record than the fucking Patriots. Wait,
for sure.
Yeah, you wish.
So.
We got the second easiest schedule in the league. We're going to be 10-7 easy.
Oh, okay. Jake's answer is like, oh, yeah, we got a better record than them.
I can see us winning 9 games.
Okay.
So, whatever that compares to. We didn't go over did we go over Cowboys schedule? I can't remember what it was. No, tough one, though. Everyone in your division got a tough one. It's going to be tough.
All right, well, speaking of the NFC East.
Now they're back down 9.
Let's talk about Nick Sirianni, who also received an extension, multiple-year extension. The details have not been disclosed yet. As a Cowboys fan, Coach, how do you feel about this extension?
Doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
He's the most hated coach for somebody so successful.
Well deserved.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
It's always good to get a good extra amount of money at work. You know, I mean, it doesn't really affect us. I mean, he's gonna be Sirianni. I thought he's still gonna have the same coaching intangibles, and we know he's in Philly where he did this year. He fought with it. He didn't go down. He didn't give up. He continued to coach his football team. So he get extended for that.
Gotcha. All right.
Did they go wire to wire? Like once they got the lead in the division, did they just go the rest of the season like that? I think they did. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he deserves it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Even though deserve ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well, that's the last topic I got.
Now 15 points. They took the lead down to 3, and then the Storm pushed it back up to 9. So it's 72-53 Storm right now in the fourth quarter. Paige Becker's 13 points, Jake. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Paige Becker's out there. Paige Becker's out there looking like Nash, and despite what he got dragged for on this show today, like she's out there looking like Nash, dimes and shots, and she can do it all.
All right. Let's wrap this thing up, man. Jake, got any shout outs or final thoughts here?
Shout outs, final thoughts. Hey, shout out to Paige Beckers for getting her first WNBA 3-pointer tonight. Other than that, I ain't got nothing.
All right, cool. Will?
Shout out to you fellas. Great show.
All right.
Shout out to Angel Reese.
Yeah, shout out to Angel Reese. You're damn right. Damn right. Stop trying to kill Angel out there.
Nobody's killing her. She's killing herself in the media.
Freaking Caitlin Clark.
That's Josh Allen.
Player.
Dirty player. Please show the whole video next time.
Dirty. So, Took?
This is how media worked, though. He's framing this negatively when Caitlin was fouling back.
I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to my man Manny Pacquiao. I didn't get to mention this in the last few weeks, but he will be fighting in July. The comeback trail is on. He'll be fighting Mario Barrios. He'll be going after the WBA the WBA welterweight title. So let's go, Manny, baby! One more time for the good guys.
And the CTE Olympics continues.
Gosh. Oh, speaking of Olympics, real quick, I just thought about this. Flag football is being announced for the next Summer Olympics, and the NFL owners drafting some rules to allow them to play. Thoughts about NFL players potentially playing flag football and the Olympics and a potential injury. That's the main thing I want to talk about.
Ain't worth it.
Antonio Brown right now. Call Antonio Brown. He'll be down for it.
To be fair, like the guys who are fresh out of the league, like not like out for years, but the guys freshly retired, we can send them and win this whole thing. We're doing this to just add another gold to USA. That's all we're trying to do because no one else is going to compete in this thing.
So you don't want to see your current Patriot players on this flag football team at all?
I don't think I mean, maybe if it's like I watch May if he wants to throw the ball because he's not doing a lot of running. Yeah, he can throw the ball.
Man, hey, you know what? Hey, that's a great place for Mac Jones.
He's right.
He's in San Francisco right now, right?
Mm-hmm. He's halfway there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'd be upset if one of my Saints players. I see
Why? What's the difference?
Like ACL or something like that, in the Olympics.
Oh no, they're gonna finish 4-17 or whatever it is.
It don't matter. Y'all shopping on Olave. Last I heard.
4-12.
No. The rumor is that they called asking about Olave, and the Saints said no. That was the end of it.
God forbid we make our team better.
But hell, look out! I will trade his ass, like for real. Come get him. Come get him.
Ain't like there's nobody to throw to him.
With him.
He gonna be out there getting his cardio in, but nobody to throw to him, just running routes.
He don't think it's smart this year. I think he wants the number 1 pick.
Sure.
Who, Saints?
Please come get him. I got no problem.
You gonna get Saints gonna get the number 1 pick and draft Nussmeier. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry with joy.
Love it.
Cry.
Oh
with the first overall pick, you would take Nuss.
Yes.
Nuss over Arch. Nuss over Arch.
What the fuck is Arch done? done? Nothing. You see nothing from him. Nothing.
What is nuts done? What is nuts done?
What? We're go look at his last season. He's the leading freaking passer in the college football, and he coming back. He coming back for a second season. His second year starting. That's about to tear this shit up, man. Y'all talking stupid right now. That's about to tear this shit up, man.
Who's y'all?
But who knew y'all were gonna be the one to draft a Nepo baby? Didn't see that coming.
I love it. I would love it. Please let that happen.
Right back to the bad boys. Here we go. Paige, all right. Big shot, Paige.
Coach, you want to do roll call?
Yep. Shout out to Bobby, Brandon, Anthony, Adam, P. Dollar, and Unc. And as always, we got anybody or apologies, shout out to you fellows, man.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes, indeed, man. You enjoy your time in San Antonio, Coach?
Yes.
Is it as up and down there as Chuck says it is?
Yes.
Yes.
But at the same time, at San Antonio, you did well. I saw a part of San Antonio I didn't know existed. So shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Ghost.
All right.
We
got you, Ghost. We got you.
Sounds like a condition. You okay?
Got you, dog. Shout out to you. You heard?
All right. Be sure to check us out tomorrow for the chop up. We're gonna
Any homework?
Some foolishness.
No food homework.
I think we got some food. We got something.
Oh,
the Pop-Tart.
Snack in his room.
Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart.
Oh, the ice cream Pop-Tarts?
Sandwiches, yes.
Okay, I'll look for
That's
them.
homework. Yes, sir.
The what?
Pop-Tart ice cream sandwiches.
Pop-Tart ice cream bars? Crazy.
Yes.
From what I heard.
Yes.
You out? Don't say no. Give him a go. What you mean?
Colon blast.
The Pop-Tart.
You gotta get lactate to hook up with them.
If a Pop-Tart blowing out your system, we gotta work on some things. Like, Jesus Christ. Y'all in
no, not NOLA. I'm from NOLA, though. But I'm not there.
It's unfortunate for him. We won't hold it against him. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at us getting new fans. Well, we hope we see you more often in the chat.
That's right.
Salute.
Is that Rod Laver in your picture? Because that's hilarious if it is. Shout out to him.
Yeah. Again, man, come check us out tomorrow for the chop up. We're gonna talk about various foolishness, including the P. Diddy case. You will get you an update on that. I can guarantee that.
Ooh, that was nasty.
What happened? I missed it. That's great.
All right, check us out tomorrow. We will see you again. We out.
Take care.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.